All right, hi guys, I'm Carrie if you're new to my channel. I'm coming to you today because we are entering fall and winter season. Hooray for fall, I love fall, it's amazing, I'm super excited about it, but it is back to school and well, the reality is the germs just change, bacteria changes, viruses more prevalent. So I wanted to just, per request and also for just the joy of sharing, I wanted to provide a little bit of assistance and some ideas and guidance on how to support your immune system when the seasons change and possibly, you know, fight a cold. Viruses are a little bit different because they'll have to run their course, but there are some things that fall into the antiviral category. So I just wanted to say I'm not a doctor. I am a holistic nutritionist, so I have some education on this topic. Just putting that disclaimer out there. So these are my favorite things. As you guys know or may not know, my immune system is down right now due to the fact that I was on an IV for 8 weeks for brain surgery. If you don't know that story, there's a video that I made explaining that I can link below if you're interested. But overall I'm doing well. It's just that I am having some, you know, immune issues, like a little bit weaker immune system. So when my kids went back to school, it was a little challenging initially. So I'm just gonna get started. These are the things that I use. This is what works for us. There are other things that I include here and there. I can mention them, but this is the core of what I use when I feel I'm coming down with something or my kiddos are coming down with something. Sometimes it can be harder to get some of these things into the kids, but that's when smoothies come in handy. So I'm gonna get started. The first thing that I do is introduce apple cider vinegar. Most of the time our bodies run acidic, so this, while it is acidic, has many different properties including antibacterial, antifungal. It also helps to balance the pH in our body, which makes it easier for our immune systems to fight bacteria and viruses that come through. So I will start taking 1 to 2 tablespoons a day, just, you know, in some water. Some people do it straight from like a spoon. It's very potent, I'm just warning you. And this is the brand that I recommend because it has the raw mother in it, which is all of the good bacteria that you can see settles on the bottom when you see it on the shelf at the store, at your health food stores, or Vitacost carries it, which I will link below. All of the good stuff settles on the bottom, so you want to make sure that you get this Bragg's organic, raw, unfiltered apple cider vinegar. So I start doing that. I also start pounding Echinacea. I'm sure you guys have heard of Echinacea and probably a lot of these products, to be honest with you, but I'm just giving you my routine. I come at it pretty aggressively because who has time to be sick? And to be real, I'm working a little bit harder right now, like I said, to maintain my immune system. So like I said, this is the core. I'm doing some extra things, but this is the core. So Echinacea, I will have what I take and the recommended dosages, immune boosting routines. I'll have all of that linked below with the products that I recommend. If you care enough to go and take a look, if you don't have it, if you want to look, you know, and see where to find it, all that stuff. One of the main, I think everybody should be on it, generally speaking, because it has some gut healing properties as well. But zinc is crucial, you guys, crucial to flu season, cold season, you know, that's not, why isn't it? There. Zinc picolinate is supposedly the kind of zinc that absorbs the best, so that is what I get. This is by Solgar. It's amazing. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people take Zicam or whatever, you know, when they start to get a cold. The Zicam is the over-the-counter zinc supplement, but it has all kinds of garbage in it also. So I recommend taking just the zinc. Again, I will have the amounts, recommended dosages, and all that stuff listed below for you. Also, the part about Echinacea comes in a tincture for children, and tinctures actually absorb faster. So if you can find a liquid one, this is by Child Life, which I like, and I give that to my kids if they're fighting something. Do you know what this is? I'm sure you do. It's garlic. Garlic is my go-to for any kind of sickness, unless you're throwing up and then you can't get down garlic, but garlic comes in capsules as well. I like raw garlic. If you can incorporate a clove of garlic a day, that in itself will support your immune system in insane ways, I'm telling you. Garlic on its own will support you through the winter seasons for sure. There are many ways to get it in your system. You can make soup. I like to eat it raw, so I'll mix it with some tomatoes and basil and onion and like just pretend like it's delicious. It is delicious. It just is strong. So keep that in your mind, and definitely incorporate this in your diet for the winter. So I'm sure this is familiar to some of you, a neti pot. Oftentimes we start to get a cold and then it turns, you know, if you're prone to sinus infections, it can go into that. It comes usually with some saline packets. I like to put essential oils in with that. I can also do a separate video on just the neti pot, but I like to put 1 or 2 drops of essential oils in it if I do think I'm leading down that road of sinus infection. Ugh, they're the worst. Anyways, you put the liquid in. It's a totally weird, really awkward, to be honest with you. My husband always looks at me like, okay, but he does it. He just never gets sick. But you plug this nose. No, you don't plug this nose. You put it in. You put the liquid in, and you tilt your head, and it basically goes up, washes your sinuses out, and then comes out this nostril. You blow your nose, and you do the other side. It's very awkward, but I'm telling you, it clears you right out. Vitamin C is a huge, huge player in the game. I take massive amounts of vitamin C when I'm not feeling well. I'm including this supplement because it has elderberry and vitamin C in it. I do take a separate vitamin C. So, and this has some elderberry, which is also great immune support. But I like I said, I like to really incorporate some bang for your buck. Okay, and then the second to last things that are absolute must for winter are these 2 essential oils. Can you see? I don't know. This is oregano oil and this is thieves oil. This is a blend. Oregano is antimicrobial, antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal. It is fantastic. That is proven science, documented. You can look it up. Wild oregano is the best. As you guys know, I use Young Living because they own their own farms. They have a seed to seal guarantee. I know where the oil is coming from. They're the most pure. They've been around the longest. That's just my opinion. Thieves is a blend that includes clove amongst some other things. Clove is pretty much right up there with oregano. These oils are considered to be hot, so you have to be careful about them. I am very careful about advising people on how to use essential oils on my channel because I feel like there's a lot of opinions and they're powerful, but they are a much better option to over-the-counter medications. There's a lot of dangerous ingredients in those medications, and while I know there's a time and a place for Western medicine, as I have said, these are my go-to first. So what I do with these is I will put these on my feet, ironically. Your feet, every place on your foot basically represents an organ in your body. So if you've ever looked into reflexology, it's kind of along those lines. And so there's a Vitaflex points for each part of your body. So if you have sinus issues, the second and third tips of your toes represent the sinuses. So I always put the oils on my big toe. When I say big toe, I mean the bottom of your feet. Usually those 2 toes, and then all over the bottoms of my feet, just to cover all the ground. I also diffuse these in my diffuser, and I personally will put these in a capsule with some grapeseed oil and take them internally if I need to. I do not recommend that for everybody. That is very personal, and you need to feel comfortable and also be educated by somebody who knows what they're doing to do that. I do not recommend you just randomly go out and do that. I have been doing this for almost 8 years. So I'm just saying, don't go out and do it, and do not go out and do it with just any oil. There's mostly garbage oils out there, and I'm not just saying that. Please trust me, it's the truth. For many reasons. They're adulterated by fillers, preservatives. That's not safe to take internally. There are many people that think that no oil is safe to take internally. These come from plants and trees. I believe that God put them on the earth for us to use medicinally. They were used back in the Jesus days. They're mentioned in the Bible. I think there's a reason for that. So I believe in them. I trust them. They've been amazing. So anyways, back to how I use them. I will make chest salves for coughs with these and some other ones. I will apply them always to the bottom of my feet or my kids' feet as much as possible. If you're really fighting something, make sure you apply them often. Diligence is key. So these are key. Lastly, I didn't grab them, but probiotics, okay? Garden of Life is a company, a brand that I really trust as far as probiotics, as well as Renew Life. Those are my two favorites. Garden of Life makes a 400 billion CFU, so that's colony forming units. That means that it's high potency bacteria that you are ingesting to balance out the imbalances in your gut. Just to review, your gut has a balance of good and bad bacteria. Most people lean towards an overabundance of bad bacteria because of stress, hormones, antibiotics, which kill off all of the good bacteria and bad bacteria. All of your immune system, 80% of your immune system resides in your gut. If your gut is not taken care of, it's not balanced, you will be prone to sickness. If you're getting sick all the time, if you're catching everything under the sun, you probably have an imbalance in your gut. If you have an autoimmune issue, start with your gut. Please take care of your gut. The least you can do is to take some probiotics. You need them. We all need them. We all need to be on them. So anyways, when I'm fighting something, I go crazy and get high potency. If you can buy 100 billion CFU, you can buy 50 billion CFU. Please don't go below 50 billion CFU. It's pretty much pointless. They have great kids options. There's one called Inner Echo that is a liquid, it tastes good, and it's about 20 billion CFU, but I give my kids like 3 tablespoons a day. So I will list all these below. I know it's a little bit, it seems like a lot, I get it, but it's not like you're doing this every single day. This is just when you feel run down and you feel like you might be fighting something. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. I hope that helps some of you. I'm not a doctor. I don't want you to think that, you know, I'm some expert. I am well versed in this topic, but this is what works for me. It works for my friends, works for my family, and these are proven products as far as, you know, I mean, years and years of science behind them to have immune boosting qualities. I just like to be aggressive, and you can do some of these and not all of them. I'm giving you options, and so I hope that you can see the potential in that. And everything will be listed below, so if you want to check it out, feel free. If not, that's totally fine too. I really highly recommend that you get a good bunch of things for winter season. It's supposed to be a rough winter, and we just want to get through it as healthy as possible. So anyways, I hope that helps you guys, and hopefully keep you guys as healthy and happy and whole as the fall and winter approach us. Blessings to you, and I will see you next time.